You feel it, don't you? A subtle, creeping exhaustion, not the kind of tiredness that comes from a day of honest work, but a heaviness in the soul. You have the comforts, the soft bed, the endless entertainment in your pocket, the food delivered right to your door. You live better than the emperors of old, and yet you are anxious. You are fragile. Small inconveniences ruin your day. A harsh word breaks your spirit. You wonder why you feel so hollow, despite being so full. We tell ourselves that destruction comes with a bang, with a crash, with a sudden catastrophe. But that is a lie. The most dangerous destruction is quiet. It is slow. It is comfortable. You think Rome fell because of the barbarians at the gate? Because of swords and fire? You are wrong. Rome was dead long before the first torch was lit. It died because it forgot how to suffer. What happens to a man who falls in love with his own comfort? Drift back with me, through the mists of time, to the year 402 AD. We are not in the grand city of Rome. We are in Ravenna, a city surrounded by swamps. Safe, hidden, stagnant. The Emperor Honorius has moved the court here. He hides behind the marshes while the Goths roam the countryside. Imagine the air in the palace. It's thick, perfumed to mask the smell of the stagnant water outside. The floors are polished marble, cool to the touch. The curtains are heavy, purple silk, blocking out the sun. Inside, the courtiers move like ghosts. Their hands are soft, uncalloused. They have never held a shield. They have never marched in the rain. They have never known the bite of hunger. They speak in hushed, polite tones about the theater, about the latest gossip, about the quality of the wine. Meanwhile, a messenger arrives. He is covered in mud. He smells of horse sweat and blood. He brings news from the frontier. The legions are failing. He gasps. The lines are breaking. Alaric is coming. The emperor pauses. He is feeding his favorite poultry, birds with bright feathers. He looks at the messenger with a vague, detached interest. There is no panic, because panic requires you to care. There is only apathy. The rot is not in the walls. The rot is in the eyes of the men who are supposed to lead. They believe Rome is eternal simply because it is Rome. They believe their ancestors' strength is their own. They claim the glory of the legions while hiring mercenaries to fight their battles. They outsource their courage. They outsource their discipline. Outside the palace, the wind howls through the marshes. It carries the sound of wolves, but inside, there is music. There is wine. There is the terrible, suffocating comfort of a people who have chosen pleasure over survival. They are not defeated by the spear. They are defeated by the sofa, by the banquet, by the belief that they are entitled to safety without the sacrifice required to keep it. When Alaric finally arrived, he did not conquer a fortress. He kicked open a rotting door. We look at Honorius, and we feel disgust. But the Stoic philosophers, they would ask you to look in the mirror. Are we not, Ravenna? We have built a civilization of supreme comfort. We outsource our physical effort to machines. We outsource our thinking to algorithms. We outsource our emotional resilience to distractions. We have become allergic to discomfort, and because of this, we have become weak. The fall of Rome was not a military failure. It was a moral failure. It was the loss of virtues, manliness, excellence, strength of character. Rome began with men like Cincinnatus, farmers who put down the plow to pick up the sword, then returned to the plow. It ended with men who could not even dress themselves without servants. Seneca, the great Stoic, saw this coming centuries before it happened. He warned us, slavery to luxury is the most dominant of all masters. When you cannot say no to your impulses, you are a slave. When you cannot endure a moment of boredom, you are a prisoner. When you need constant external validation to feel okay, you're a city without walls. The modern anxiety you feel, the burnout, it is the sound of your own empire crumbling under the weight of luxury. You are tired because you are carrying the heavy burden of too many desires. Rome fell because it became soft, because it believed that the good life meant an easy life. But the Stoics knew the truth. The good life is a disciplined life, a life of purpose, a life where you are the master of your own mind, not a servant to your own comforts. The barbarians are always at the gate. Tragedy, illness, loss, chaos. They are waiting. If your internal citadel is built of soft comforts, you will fall. But if your mind is iron, if your will is tempered, nothing can burn you. Today, identify one comfort that is making you weak, one distraction that is rotting your focus, one complaint that is softening your spirit. Kill it. Choose the harder path. Take the cold shower. Have the difficult conversation. Sit in the silence. Do not be the emperor feeding birds while your life burns. Be the centurion standing watch in the rain. The empire stands only as long as the man stands. If you seek ancient wisdom, stay close.